Yes, Hitesh.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yes.
If you face any issue in between, please let me know. Let's quickly get started. To brief me about myself, right? I do have 12 plus years of experience working with multiple, data warehousing projects, ETL tools, and then cloud. Okay. Right now, I'm currently working as a Snowflake expert in one of the MNCs. Okay. So in Snowflake, I do have 4 plus years of experience since 2018 Feb. I'm working on Snowflake. That's pretty much in short about myself. So now let's see what is the agenda for today and what we are going to discuss. Say who first we'll see who this course is for. This particular course, right, which is getting started. This one in specific, it is for experienced folks, that is working professionals who are already working as developer, testers, leads, administrators, architects, or managers. See, we are saying that even it will help managers and architects. The reason is we are covering the content in depth. Okay, that is, if you take each and every topic, we are seeing all the issues, what you get, the real use cases, and then what kind of issues you get, how to resolve them, those kind of things. And even in terms of each and every topic, we'll be doing a deep dive. That's why. Okay, so what are the prerequisites for this course are, like, it is good to have SQL knowledge. Say if you are from data background, right, or if you know some SQL. Okay, if you know SQL, then it is well and good. Okay, so that is what is the only prerequisite. Other things are fine, since we are starting from basic to advanced level, right? You don't have to worry about other things. We'll be starting from basic to advanced. Okay, so it is good if you know SQL. Okay, and then what other things, that is, many people they're not aware that since Snowflake is software as a service in cloud, right? So you don't have to install any software as such. Okay, so you can directly, what you just need is, you just need a browser and internet. Okay, you can log in like Gmail and then use that. Okay, use Snowflake, so you don't have to worry about any installation. So let's get started with the actual thing. Say why right now, if you take, right, in market, there are a lot of technologies, right? Why do you have to learn Snowflake? What is the reason? And if you know, if you do, I hope everyone are aware, Snowflake is kind of trending and hot skill. So if you take right now, what are the hot skills in marketers? As far as I know, the three skills are trending. One is Snowflake, the second one is MuleSoft, the third one is Salesforce. That is, compared to other skills, right? This particular Snowflake has got, a lot of job opportunities, and it is many clients are switching to Snowflake. Uh, I mean, there is a lot of resource gap as well. I'll come to that. Okay, so if you see on high level, right? First, let me show why. Primarily, most of us will attempt to learn new technologies. The reason is if it has more demand, right? If you see the current market, that is job market trend, right? Job market trend on Snowflake, on average, say if you keep 1 to 3 years of relevant experience, right? If you claim that you have 1 to 3 years of relevant experience on Snowflake, these are the packages that you get in India. Even if you take US, right, the billing rate, okay, the billing rate for Snowflake professionals, right, that is Snowflake architects, leads, these guys, it is more compared to other traditional skills. Okay, as far as I know, it is kind of an average 120 to $150 even in US per hour, the billing rate. Okay, so I mean, the reason for this particular figures which I have quoted, right? These are not exaggerated figures. No, our candidates even in India, they're getting more than what are listed here. Say recently, for example, one guy with just 3 years of overall experience, he got 15 lakhs. Okay, from one of the MNCs in India, he got like that to multiple offers. Okay, so you can think of, with just 3 years overall experience, right? If they're getting 15 lakhs. Okay, and even say more experienced folks, right? Say an average 8 years experience candidate, on average, for sure you can get somewhere between 30 to 35. Okay, the reason is, this is a new skill, right? Snowflake is a new skill, and then people who know Snowflake, who has got at least some knowledge and exposure to Snowflake, right? Very few people know that. And if you see, I'm working as a Snowflake expert, right? As a part of my job, I used to take three to four interviews daily. Okay, even there, for the entire week, if you assess like kind of 20-25 candidates, it is hard to get like at least 3 or 4 candidates. There is who actually know Snowflake, right, properly, at least with some basic knowledge, right? It is very tough to get. Since the reason is this is a new skill, all of a sudden it started booming. Okay, and then like uh, there is a lot of resource gap in the sense opportunities are more, people who know Snowflake are very less. That's the reason I mean there is a demand, and it is going to in future, right, it is going to increase itself. I mean the demand is going to increase. The reason is, I'll come to that. Snowflake, right, recently it has added a lot of game changing features. Okay, I'll explain that. Those things are also there. I'll come to that. Then you'll get a fair idea like why Snowflake has that much demand. Okay, now we'll try to see what is Snowflake. Okay, and then what are the game changing features, all these things. Okay, so many people, right, um, it is kind of you will think, as soon as you word the keyword Snowflake, right, you will correlate it as a Snowflake schema. That is, when you design a database, you can design it in two ways, right? OLTP, OLAP, that is as a data warehouse or transactional database, right? So if you in data warehousing terms, Snowflake is Star and Snowflake are the ways that you create that you design a data warehouse, right? So this particular Snowflake, right, when you call the Snowflake, but it is nowhere related to the Snowflake schema. I mean, people who know, who are from that data warehousing background, right? They will try to correlate with that specific thing. 1 second. That is, they think this is kind of Snowflake schema. It is nowhere related to that Snowflake schema. Okay, you can use Snowflake as a cloud data warehouse. Okay, but it is not Snowflake schema or something. Okay, it's that's that first thing that I wanted to clear out, and then right. We'll try to see why Snowflake has edge over other things. Okay, first, the main reason why Snowflake is kind of trending, and the main advantages, its unique innovative architecture. Okay, we'll try to see what is this Snowflake architecture, that is how it is different from others, why we call it innovative architecture. This is the main advantage for Snowflake. Okay, the base. Okay, let me see, show you a few things. Okay, if you take, right, if you take and before we get started with that specific architecture, right, what is the purpose of Snowflake is, right? It is primarily, you will use it as a data warehouse. Okay, if someone is not aware about this terminologies, we'll be starting from scratch. That is even data warehousing basics. Okay, what is data warehouse, how you can design a database, that is OLTP, OLAP, on high level. Okay, so from there we'll be going to get started. You don't have to worry about any terminologies. Okay, I'm going to give you an overview of the entire thing. That is, what is Snowflake, why Snowflake, and then what will be covered as a part of this training, all these things. Okay, few terminologies, if you hear first time, you don't have to worry. Like, you will get a complete overview, detailed information in our regular sessions. Okay, so anyone facing any issue? My screen is clear, right? Hello?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, thank you. Cool. Say, see, we can primarily use Snowflake as a cloud so far, right? So far, initially, when Snowflake, they started, right? They have launched the Snowflake as a cloud data warehouse. Primarily, earlier it was used only as a data warehouse. Even if you see right now, whichever clients or projects are using Snowflake in production, say since 2 to 3 years, right? They were primarily using Snowflake as a data warehouse. But recently they have added a lot of things. You can use it as a data lake house, data exchange, or apps, data engineering purpose, data science. And then earlier Snowflake, right, you can't use it as a OLTP system. That is, you can't use Snowflake as a OLTP database. But recently, right, that's what I was trying to say. A week back there was a summit, Snowflake summit. There they have launched. They have announced this Unistore feature. Okay, what is this Unistore is? Using Unistore, you can create hybrid tables and use the Snowflake as a OLTP database as well. So Now Snowflake is kind of one place for everything, for all your data needs. Okay, and there are other game changing features also. I'll explain that in detail, maybe within this session. By end of it, you'll get that clarity. Okay, so and even this the cyber security workload also they recently added. Okay, so I hope like everyone are aware what is OLTP, and then data warehouse, right? That is OLAP. Give me a second, I'm not sure. Yeah, so OLTP is basically, right, if you take any this is kind of transactional system. That is, take a bank. Okay, you will have net banking, that is through web, like you will log in and then make your say data. So that is, you will transfer amount or whatever you want. You will do all those things, right? That is whichever is exposed to front end, right? In the back end, whichever database they maintain, that you call it transactional database. Okay, that is, say, Flipkart, they have website and then mobile application, right? Mobile app. So whatever things that you do, that is buying a product, selling a product, all these things in the back end, it will be maintained in the OLTP database. Okay, transactional database. There you will do DML operations more. Once all the data, see here. Okay, on high level, we'll be discussing that also in detail. I mean, what is OLAP, what is OLTP, all these things. OLTP is primarily for running the business. Okay, that is it. See, if you have a website, right, that is, if you log into a website, whatever the data that they are maintaining in the backend, right, for that they will use OLTP. I mean, they would have designed an OLTP database, and all the transactions, that is, say, buying a product or selling a product, or even if you take banking, net banking, if you transfer some amount, those details will be updated in that OLTP database. Okay, so you'll have multiple OLTP databases that way. There is small databases, sort of. Okay, on high level. And then, say, if it is a bank, you will have one OLTP database for loan department, for credit card another, savings account one, another. So you will have multiple OLTP databases there. What is the primary focus is DML operations, inserts, updates, and deletes. And then what is OLAP is, you are going to combine data from multiple OLTP databases, and then using ETL tool, you will combine all the data and create data warehouse, right? Okay, so you can design data warehouse in two ways: star schema, Snowflake schema. Snowflake earlier primarily it was used as cloud data warehouse, but going forward, right, in future, you can use it even as a OLTP database. So that's when, like, a lot of clients will I mean, who starts using Snowflake, they'll still increase. Okay, the demand will still go up. Okay, now what I wanted to highlight is, in order to show this architecture, let me come here. See, everyone are aware of relational databases, right? Like Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL, PostgreSQL, all these things. What is that architecture is? So primarily, when you install that software, say Oracle, SQL Server in one mission, right? So that particular thing, you call it server, relational database server. Okay, database server, right? So there, all your data, okay, all your data will be stored in that particular, in the hard disk of that particular computer, right? That is, if you install this software, right, Oracle, SQL Server in one mission. So that particular database, sorry, that particular mission or computer, you call it server, right? Database server. So there, one second. So that particular server, so where the data will be stored, the data will be stored in hard disk of that particular computer. Okay, and if you have to run any queries, right, that is, if you have to say run a select statement, insert some data, update some data. So for that, what you would require, you would require compute resources. Compute resources means like processor. So even if you have to play a game, right, in a computer, it needs processor, RAM, all these things, right? The same way, even if you have to say run your select statements or insert some data, update some data on top of this, it would require compute resources, that is processor, RAM, all these things. So say how users interact with this database server, they will kind of interact using network, right? Through network, they will kind of log into this server, and they will start using this data, right? So if they run any queries in the backend, like, it would you make use of this particular servers. Like server means this is one computer, so these computers, processor, RAM, all these things. Okay, so now the limitation of this relational database is, why I'm explaining this is in order to explain what advantage you have with Snowflake. Okay, guys, yeah, that is a we whatever we discuss, right, we are going to discuss in detail. That is, we will give a background so that you will understand the clear difference. The reason is, nowadays, right, even in interviews or wherever it is, right, so the main thing is, most of the guys who work on, who take Snowflake interviews or who are working on Snowflake, right, they'll be from data background. Okay, they would have worked on relational databases and then big data, all these things. So they will ask, the first question in interview they'll ask is, what is the reason that you have moved to Snowflake? Okay, that's why I'm trying to highlight what advantage you have with Snowflake. Okay, that is in terms of architecture, all these things. See, in this relational database, right, all the data is in one machine, and compute resources, that is, if you have to run anything, right, those computers compute resources are also of only single machine. Okay, that is processor, RAM, all these things, you will use only one single machine's resources, right? So the problem is, say if the data volume goes up and number of users increases, what will happen to this server? So say if you have to increase the capacity of this server, that is adding more storage, hard disk. Okay, and then increasing, that is upgrading your processor, like adding more RAM, there is a limit, right? Beyond certain limit, for one computer you can't add more resources, right, more compute resources. Okay, that is like, say, processor, RAM, all these things. Here, with respect to relational database, you can scale them vertically. Vertical in the sense, you can increase the capacity of that server, say add more RAM. Okay, upgrade the processor, but and then increase the storage, that is hard disk. So those things you can do, but you can't distribute it to multiple computers, right? That is one big mission. Here it is like, one big mission will do all the work for you, right? One big mission will do all the work for you. In case of relational database, you can't kind of distribute that work to multiple computers, right? Horizontal you can't scale. See, this is vertical scaling. So see, these terminologies, right, we'll be discussing in detail in our regular sessions. Okay, what is the vertical scaling, horizontal scaling, all these things. In simple terms, this that is vertical scaling is nothing but like, you can, for one computer you can increase the capacity, say RAM, processor, hard disk, all these things. That is kind of one big mission will do all the work for you. So if you can think, correlate with I mean, one particular person as well. So one person will have 24 hours, even if he's very talented, how much like work he can do himself alone, right? That is kind of relational database. That is, you can't distribute it to multiple computers. Okay, here, I mean, if you have to, with Snowflake, what advantage you get is, you can distribute your workload, okay, to multiple computers. Let me show that. And also, this is I mean, even if you take big data, right, so that's when big data came up. In order to distribute your workloads, there also there are few flaws, okay, in big data architecture as well. We'll be covering them also in our regular session. Now we'll try to focus on what is the advantage that you get with Snowflake. Okay, Snowflake architecture. First of all, the Snowflake architecture, right, that is a Snowflake is a, you call it as a data platform, modern data platform available as software as a service. We'll be discussing all these cloud basics if someone is not aware what is a software as a service, all these things. Okay, and the major advantage for Snowflake is, it is not restricted to one cloud. Okay, it is not restricted to just one cloud. It is available on all major public cloud providers, that is Google Cloud, AWS, Azure. So the advantage that you get if you learn Snowflake is, like, say today Azure is trending. Okay, and tomorrow like some other cloud, say AWS and Azure might Google Cloud might trend. That is, clients may move to that specific cloud. They don't have to worry. Even you don't have to worry, because Snowflake is available on all clouds. Okay, so the thing that I wanted to highlight is, right now, if you take, right, infrastructure related services, AWS is top. Okay, and then Azure related, data related service, Azure is top. Okay, machine learning related and artificial intelligence related services, right, in cloud, Google Cloud is top. Okay, that is, each area, one particular cloud is top. Now in future, right, it's not going to be, I mean, clients are not going to restrict to one cloud. Okay, they will use multi-cloud. That is, they can use different clouds. Say for data related services, they might go for Azure. For infrastructure related services, they might use AWS. So, and AI and machine learning, right? They might use Google Cloud. So they will not be restricted to one cloud. Already many clients, right? They're kind of using multi-cloud now. That is, they're using Azure and AWS together. That way, that is how the market is going now. Okay. The advantage that you get with Snowflake is, since it is available on all clouds, right? You don't have to worry which cloud is trending. Okay, that is which cloud is in demand. Always you'll have demand, and the opportunities also will be more because it is not just restricted to one cloud. Okay, that is one thing. Let's go to the Snowflake architecture. Okay, see, uh, we have seen on high level what is relational database, right? That is relational database architecture. There it is shared disk. The relational database architecture, you call it shared disk. We'll be covering that in detail in our regular session. So you have seen, right, that is both storage and compute are in single mission. Okay, whereas in case of Snowflake, the main advantage is this storage is separate. Okay, storage is separate, compute is separate. That is, all the data that you are storing, right, in your database, it will be stored in cloud. Okay, so I said it is available on all clouds, right? While creating a Snowflake account, you can choose the cloud, say AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud, whichever you wanted. Okay, so whatever cloud you select, right, all your data that you are going to load into Snowflake, that will be stored in your storage layer. Where is the storage layer? I mean, where it will store is, it is in the cloud. So since it is in cloud, you don't have to worry about scalability. Scalability means, say if your data increases, now it is say 10 TB. So after 2 years, it is going to become 50 TB. So you don't have to worry about the volume of data. So since it is in cloud, it is kind of, you will get unlimited scale. That is, even petabytes of data you can store in cloud, right? So you don't have to worry about storage. Okay, and then there are other things also in terms of cost also, right? Your how Snowflake charges is, it charges separately for storage, separately for compute. Okay, so that's how Snowflake charges. And since storage is separate, one second. Since storage is separate and compute is separate, right? Storage is separate and compute is separate. Like say how you will receive compute resources. That is, I told you, right? If you have to run any query, right, you would require processor, RAM, all these resources. Those things you call it compute resources. How you will get compute resources in Snowflake is, it is a separate thing. It is not tied like that is coupled like relational database. That is, in relational database, what is the thing we have seen? That is all the data we are storing in one computer, and then like all for compute, that is processor, RAM, also we are using only one computer's only that computer's resources, right? That is, both are coupled together, they are in single mission. Here it is separate, storage is separate, compute is separate. Okay, how you will get compute resources? Using virtual warehouses. We'll see what is this particular virtual warehouse, right? There are different sizes of virtual warehouses. This virtual warehouse in Snowflake, this is not data warehouse, guys, you don't have to confuse. Here in Snowflake, right, virtual warehouse means it is a group of missions, cluster of compute nodes. Okay, group of missions. That is, see here. One second. See here, I mean, this particular, we are saying it as a group of missions, right? Here you have different size of virtual warehouses. That is, in order to run your query, so all the data will be stored in storage layer in cloud. That is fine. Now if you have to run a query, right, you need processor, RAM, all these things, right? So here in this case, how you'll get those things is using virtual warehouse. What is virtual warehouse? Virtual warehouse is a group of computers or machines or nodes, you call. Okay, anything, computer, node, machine, everything is same. Okay, in the sense, everything corresponds to the same thing, like that is computer. Okay, so this particular virtual warehouse is a kind of cluster of compute nodes or group of machines. Say there are different sizes of virtual warehouses. What are they? Extra small, XS, small, medium, large, XL, this way. What is this is? Say if you select extra small warehouse, right, to run your query. Okay, so you will get the compute capacity or power of one computer. Okay, if you select small, you will get compute power of two machines. Okay, two computers. So if you select medium, right, you will get four compute compute power of four nodes or machines. Okay, that way it is. Say if you select 4XL, right, the same way. That is, if you keep on increasing the warehouse size, your compute power will increase. Okay, that is if you select large. you'll get compute power of 8 computers. So you can think of, say, um, I'll come to that. Say if that way, if you select 4xl, right, 4xl, you will get 128 compute nodes power. That is a power of compute power of 128 computers or machines. Okay, you got it right. So with this thing, you can think of one computer. That is, if you take relational database, it is only one machine, right? So one machine, you are able to solve how many queries? That is, if you wanted to load data, or someone is querying the data, so all these things, that itself is dealing a lot of things, right? But if you have this capacity, that is, if you have this option to increase it to any limit, that is 4xl means 128 compute nodes, right? That is, that much of compute power you will get. Okay, 128 computers, that is nodes power you will get if you select 4xl to run your query. Okay, this way, um, again 5xl and 6xl are in previous state. That is nothing but, if you select a virtual warehouse of size 6xl, you will get 512 compute, compute nodes power, compute power of 512 computers, okay, or nodes. You got it right, what I'm trying to say? So this way, there is another thing again. If you select 6xl, okay, 6xl and kind rx, say for now this two 5xl and 6xl are in previous state. Okay, now say take 4xl, okay, that is 128. I have selected 4xl compute, sorry, virtual warehouse size. Okay, and then you'll get 128 compute nodes power, right? That is compute power of 128 machines, right? So um, that is, that much power, in the sense RAM processor, to that level you will get. That is, you can distribute your workload. See, I was showing, right, relational database. If you have to run a query, you would require processor, RAM, all these things. Okay, that is only one computer's processor, RAM you can use. Here, if you select this 4xl, your workload gets distributed to this 4xl. That is 128 compute nodes. That's what will be happening. Okay, and then if you select 4xl, and there is an option called auto scale mode. Okay, you can set your virtual warehouse to auto scale mode. What it will do in that case is, up to 10 clusters of this size, Snowflake will automatically add based on your workload. Take the case of, say, a big billion days in Flipkart, for example. What will happen during the big billion days? Like, not like other days, right? Like normal days. During big billion days, your workload on that particular server will go up, right? In such scenarios, if you select 4xl and then set it to kind of auto scale mode, right? So what will happen is up to 10 clusters it will add based on your workload. That is 4xl, it means 128 computers into 10. How much it is? 1280 compute machines. Okay, that is, your workload gets distributed to this level, 1280 compute nodes. If you select 4xl, take 6xl, this is in preview state, soon it will be generally available. In that case, if you use select 6xl and set it to auto scale mode, you can distribute your workload to like 5120 compute nodes. To that level you can distribute. That is, this many computers can handle or balance your workloads. Okay, and that too, there is another main advantage. How Snowflake charges for this storage, for this computer storage, it is a separate storage. Charges are very minimal in Snowflake. Okay, it is on average it is $23 per TB for the entire month. Okay, that's how it charges. We will be discussing pricing also in detail. We'll come to questions, give me a second. So I'm selecting this virtual warehouse size, right? I'm saying it gets distributed. Say only during big billion days I need this much power. That is for, say, 6xl, that is 5120 computer. After that again I wanted to, it will go down. Okay, so in that case, anytime, right, anytime, like within fraction of seconds, you can decrease the warehouse size, increase the warehouse size. That you can do. Okay, that is from 6xl, you can go back to xs within fraction of seconds. Okay, that's how resizing, that is increasing or decreasing the warehouse size, you can do it on fly. That is instantly, immediately you can do. Okay, so, and how Snowflake charges for this virtual warehouses, like it is on second basis. That is, minimum it will charge for a minute. After that it is on second basis. Okay, it is not like I mean, if you select 6XL, okay, 6XL warehouse size, and if you set it to auto scale mode, and you have used it for say 5 minutes, 5 minutes your workload is too much, okay, then you will be paying only for those 5 minutes. It is basically on second basis. It's not even minutes. Minimum a minute. After that, it is on second basis. Okay, so you will get the compute power. Okay, you will get the compute power as well as you can get so that is you are getting the performance and you are paying only for what you use, right? Okay, that is after big billion days again you can go back to smaller warehouse size. That is there. And another main advantage, since it is storage is separate, compute is separate, is say during few days, say this is for data warehousing we are saying, right? So usually your team won't be doing any data analytics over the weekends, say Saturday, Sunday. So you wanted to, I mean, turn off this compute. You can do that. That is, you can suspend this virtual warehouse. So you are not going to pay any compute cost during those that time. Okay, that's how there are a lot of advantages with this architecture. Okay, it is a 3-layer architecture. Cloud services is kind of brain of this Snowflake architecture, and query processing is for compute, and then storage. Storage, all the data will be stored in columnar format in cloud. So we'll be discussing in detail on this Snowflake architecture. Okay, what advantage you get in our regular sessions. You don't have to worry about the things. I hope like you got some fair idea what is the advantage that you get with Snowflake architecture. Will be in our regular sessions, right? I'll be explaining, I mean, comparing in detail about relational database, Hadoop, and what are the flaws in Hadoop architecture, why you have to go for Snowflake, all these things. Okay, so I think someone has a doubt. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, this Saurashtra. Can you just explain once again this virtual?
Yeah, before that, I mean, let me ping you this specific thing. There is whoever are interested, they can join this particular WhatsApp group, and I'll share my contact details as well. You can ping me if you have any doubts. I'll explain the other things as well. So you can join this particular WhatsApp group which is pinged in the chat. Okay, whoever are interested. Say now, right? Uh, okay, you're asking about this particular virtual warehouse, right? Hello.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yes, but
Quickly, if you can explain again,
yeah.
please.
So the thing is, see, this thing you are clear, right? So all the data will be stored in a separate layer, storage layer. So it will be in cloud. Okay, this is one thing. And if you have to run any query, right, even it is a normal database, it would require processor, RAM, all these resources, right? Those things you call it compute resources. Okay, that is, if you have to run a query, it needs processor, RAM, all these things. So here, how in Snowflake, how you will get those resources is using virtual warehouse. Okay, what is virtual warehouses? Virtual warehouse is a group of compute nodes or machines. Okay, that is, if you select, there are different virtual warehouse sizes. Extra small means you will get compute power of one compute node. Okay, that is one computer. If you select small, it is group of two machines. Okay, so you will get compute power of two nodes. Okay, so medium means it is kind of 4 compute nodes. So you'll, if you select this warehouse size, let me show it with examples. Say, come to the worksheet here. uh, Let me come here. Say if I have to kind of do select star from one table. Okay, that is uh let me show this. 1 second. So everything, right, whatever we are going to discuss, it will be more sort of practical. Say what I was trying to say is, say I have a table, I wanted to query the data from this table. If I have to run this query, right, it requires processor, RAM, all these things, right? If in order to kind of run this query, how you will get those compute resources, that is processor, RAM, all these things, is using virtual warehouse. See here, I have selected this reporting underscore warehouse. Okay, this is virtual warehouse. So here you can select different sizes. Okay, see here. Let me click.
Okay.
Yeah, see here you have extra small, small, medium, large, all these things. Okay, different virtual warehouse. Even 5XL is also there. Okay, so if you, based on the virtual warehouse size you select, right, you will get that much compute power. Okay, to run your query. You got it, right? If you select extra small, you will get one computer, that is compute power of one computer or machine. okay, or node. So if you select say a large, you will get the compute power of 8 machines. Okay, that many, I mean, that much power, RAM, processor, all these things you will get. Okay,
Yes.
that's what it is. You got it, right?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
How about others? You got some idea what is this virtual warehouse? Will be, you don't have to worry, guys. See, in half an hour, 1 hour, you can't get the complete thing. Okay. So in our regular sessions with examples, we'll be seeing what is this virtual warehouse, how to create, what are the different options. So this architecture virtual warehouse will be covering for 3 hours. Okay, in detail, because that is very important. Here in Snowflake, right? I think someone.
Yeah, you go on, Hitesh. Everything is fine.
Okay. Now there is some disturbance. Can someone go on mute? Okay, cool. So now we'll try to see the other things. I hope like you got a fair idea of what advantage you get with Snowflake architecture, right? So it's not just that. There are other things as well. So anyone has any confusion on something so far on this architecture front? Hello?
Yeah. Not
No,
at
you're fine.
Okay.
I'm agree.
Okay. So don't worry. We'll take all your questions in the end. I'll be there for say half an hour also if required. I mean, until all your doubts gets clarified. Okay. Let's go to the other thing. That is, this is kind of this particular architecture, right? This is few things. The way it stores data, it is hybrid columnar format. Okay. Few things are kind of patented only for Snowflake. Okay. This architecture. Okay. This is innovative, unique, innovative architecture. That is main advantage for Snowflake. And after that, there are other advantages. If you see, right, Snowflake, like it doesn't, you don't have to, I mean, it doesn't require much administration work. It is kind of zero maintenance or administration. That is, if you take normal databases, right, it involves partitioning. That is table partitioning, taking backups, index maintenance, performance tuning, all these things. Then Snowflake is software as a service. You don't have to worry about these things. Snowflake itself will take care of all this administration part, most of the things. Okay, only few things you have to take care. And then, as I said, the main advantage is available on all clouds. That is, Snowflake, you can, I mean, it's available on Azure, AWS, GCP, all public clouds. Okay, so I mean, a lot of clients, that's one reason why they're going for Snowflake. Okay, and then ease of use, my bad. So since it is software as a service, right, most of the things Snowflake only will take care. Okay, and you will, through this UI, as I shown, right, through UI is how you will log in and use it this way. Okay, so it'll be compared to other things, right, since it is software as a service, it'll be easy to use. You don't have to worry about many things. Snowflake only will take care in the backend those things. Okay, and then it has a few unique features like time travel. Okay, using time travel, right, you can go back in time. Say I wanted to see what data was there in my table one month back. Okay, say on 31st of May, I wanted to see what data was there at say 9 a.m. Okay, you can go back and see that data. So that way, up to 90 days, you can go back and see. We'll be discussing this time travel option in detail. Now, on high level, that is what it is. That is, you can go back to any time within that time trial period and get that data. What was there at that specific point of time? This is a unique feature for Snowflake. And then, but accidentally, if you have dropped any data, right, you can undrop that data. Okay, and another I mean, key feature for Snowflake is data marketplace. Okay, that is, right now, right, you are storing some data. Okay, and you are using it for your reporting purpose. After that, right, few clients in future, how it will be is, it's not just using the data for your needs. Okay, you will use that for your I mean, after making use for your own reporting, you can sell that data also. Okay, so that will be the future, how it is going to be. So with this Snowflake data marketplace, right, you can sell the data. Okay, and also you can buy few data sets. There will be few public data sets, right? Say in India, you have other details. I mean, that is sensitive information. Say something else, say healthcare related. So the COVID details. So what are the symptoms? I mean, I'm giving you just example. Some public or general data sets, right? Instead of maintaining that is loading that data and maintaining that in your I mean, database, with Snowflake data marketplace, whatever data like a few things which are general, right, you can buy it from the provider. That is, you can buy your data, buy some data sets, sell some data sets. That way you can monetize your data, right? That is, make money out of your data. That also is possible. And recently they have added some more things. I'll come to that. Not only data, even you can share your apps also, data apps. Okay, that is like Google Play Store. Okay, that way you can even share your data apps also. Okay, I'll come to that. That recently they have added that feature. Okay, so the future is going to be very good for this particular Snowflake. The reason is it is staying ahead of competitors. Okay, a lot of features it is adding. See, there, since it is software as a service, right? Every week they'll release some features, in the sense they'll be giving some updates. But major features, whatever is trending, right? Say in data terms, all those features are those options Snowflake is bringing into Snowflake. Okay, I'll explain those things also. See, recently there was a Snowflake summit. Okay, a week back. So there they have announced a lot of game-changing features. Okay, I'll explain that in few minutes. Say other things is like Snowflake supports structured and unstructured data as well. Okay, that is semi-structured, unstructured, all kinds of data you can store in Snowflake. Okay, this particular unstructured data earlier it was not supporting. Recently, like they have added this unstructured data support also. You know, right? What is unstructured data? That is unstructured data is also will be good. I mean, it is going to grow in a faster phase, right? That is audio files, video files, images, PDFs. Those things you call it unstructured data, right? So that data also you can store in Snowflake. Okay, it supports semi-structured, unstructured, all those things, and true pay-as-you-go model. Okay, that is I told you, right? So the compute you can set your warehouse to I didn't explain this auto scale mode. Okay, in this particular option. So auto scale mode, what it is based on your workload, right? Snowflake will automatically add clusters of this size. Say if you select 4XL and set it to auto scale mode, right? So Snowflake, based on your workload, it will automatically add clusters. Say around 9 a.m. I have this many users. At 10 a.m. the users has gone up. What Snowflake will do is Snowflake will automatically add clusters to balance that workload. Okay, and then if the workload goes down, the number of users goes down, right? Snowflake will automatically remove those clusters. So that way you will load get balanced in the sense you will get performance. And then how you will pay for this computers, it is I'm saying, right? If you set it to auto scale mode, 10 up to 10 clusters you can add, right? 128 into 10, 1280 compute nodes if you select 4XL. So right now, say you have certain workload and it has added 5 clusters. If the workload goes up, right, it will add one more cluster. Snowflake will automatically do this. Okay, if it goes down, it will remove those clusters. And how you will pay money for those additional clusters is how much ever time that was active, right? That is, it was active, only that much you will pay. Okay, that is minimum it will be for a minute. After that it is on second basis. That's how Snowflake charges. So it is true pay as you go model. Okay, and then there are other options like auto suspend. That is, if you don't use compute, right, compute for certain period, automatically Snowflake will suspend that virtual warehouse. Okay, so mainly in Snowflake, right, the cost is associated with compute, that is virtual warehouse. Okay, storage costs are very minimal. Okay, so we'll be discussing that in our regular sessions in detail. Okay, so this few options, right, like auto suspend, those options are not there in other competitors. Say, what are the competitors for Snowflake right now? As say Azure, they have Synapse, that is a cloud data warehouse. And then like this in AWS Redshift, in Google BigQuery, these are competitors for Snowflake. But if you wanted to gain expertise in that those things, right, so if you learn just Synapse, you can't get some opportunity only with Synapse. You have to learn a stack of services. Say if you wanted to move to Azure Synapse, right, you have to learn Synapse, Databricks, and then Azure Data Factory, few services, multiple services you have to learn. Here with Snowflake, right, if you learn Snowflake, you can get a job. Okay, that is there. And also take Redshift. In AWS we have Redshift. If you just learn Redshift, you can't get a job. You have to learn other things also. Say Glue, Lambda, the other services also you should learn. Here in case of Snowflake, if you learn Snowflake, you can get you can switch to Snowflake. You will get a lot of opportunities. Okay, that is also there. And then we have just 10 minutes. I don't want to dig in detail. A lot of salient features are there. Say like data sharing. You can share data with different accounts, Snowflake accounts. Okay, and then zero copy clone. So this is one unique feature of Snowflake. And this database replication. Say there is an option even to say you have one database, that is you can create Snowflake in any cloud, right? That is AWS, Azure, GCP. Say there is a feature called database replication. With this, what advantage you get is, say there is a failover. Okay, that is one cloud has failed. That is very rare, in the sense it will never happen. But say you have a database that is in Snowflake that is hosted on Azure. Okay, if there is any issue with Azure, if that cloud goes down, immediately you will get an option with this option to you can create primary database in Azure. Okay, that is in Snowflake hosted on Azure, and secondary database in Snowflake account hosted on AWS. Okay, with this database replication feature, you can switch. If there is any issue with one cloud, right, it will automatically switch back to the secondary database that is then another cloud. Okay, so you can replicate data between different cloud platforms also with this option. So these kind of features Snowflake has added recently. Okay, and then external tables. Okay, that is you can directly query the data that is there in AWS S3, Azure Blob, all these things. Okay, as I said, guys, all the terminologies whichever I'm using, right, you don't worry about those things. You will get a complete picture, that is from basic to advanced thing. Okay, what each thing is in detail in our regular sessions. When half an hour, 1 hour, we can't discuss everything, right? So and another thing is, Snowflake has very good partnership with a lot of technology providers and service providers. Say how, where you can see check those things is, if you go to this partner connect, right, you can see a lot of things. Okay, that is they have like partnership with a lot of things. Say DBT. Okay, DBT is kind of transformation tool. Fivetran, ETL Lib, they are ETL tools. Say Informatica. Okay, Informatica, and then Matillion, Click. Okay, a lot of partners are there. They have very good partnership with a lot of technology providers. Okay, so it's not only another reason for Snowflake that is being trending is, even their partners will promote it. Okay, so since they have very good partnership with, say, Informatica and then the other things, right, so even those guys, they'll promote, they will recommend Snowflake for their clients. That's how Snowflake is clicking. Okay, this is another future of Snowflake. Here, if you wanted to, what you can do with this Snowflake partner connectors, say you wanted to use any of these things and create a sort of POC, right? So you can freely make use of any of these things like Informatica Cloud, DBT, Matillion, all these things. Okay, let's come to the other things. See, now we'll discuss what are the game-changing features of Snowflake. Okay, so as I told, few one drawback earlier was in Snowflake, the procedures you'll have to write it in JavaScript. Okay, that was one major drawback sort of, because many clients, right, since the stored procedures in Snowflake, it involves JavaScript and SQL. It was not pure JavaScript. It is kind of even if it is JavaScript, it is 80% SQL and 20% JavaScript. Okay, just for control, that is looping and control, you will use JavaScript. But now Snowflake has launched this Snowflake scripting feature. Snowflake, what is this Snowflake scripting is? You can create SQL based stored procedures. That is, you don't have to worry about JavaScript now. That is, you don't have to create JavaScript procedures. This is already in generally available. This feature is generally available. So this particular also will attract a lot of clients. Okay, this particular, because it is pure SQL based procedures now you can write, right? Earlier with JavaScript itself, a lot of clients started using Snowflake. Now with this Snowflake scripting support, right, still more clients will come. Okay, that is one thing. And then Snowpark. What is the Snowpark is? This is kind of competitor for Databricks. You know, right? Spark as a service, that is Databricks. So that same sort of functionality you can achieve with Snowpark. Okay, so it is this also will attract a lot of clients to Snowflake. That is, within Snowflake you can do everything, that is data engineering and then data analytics. So lot of workloads I have shown, right? All those things you can perform. Okay, and this Unistore, Unistore a week back, Snowflake has announced this feature. What is this is, you can use Snowflake as OLTP database as well. That is, you can design it like OLTP as well. Okay, earlier Snowflake was only for data analytical needs, that is OLAP. Okay, that is data as a data warehouse. Okay, data warehouse or data lake or those kind of needs, analytical needs. Now for transactional, that is operational data also, OLTP means online transactional processing, right? I told you, you can use Snowflake as OLTP database also, as well in that is going forward with like this Unistore. Okay, you can create hybrid tables and you can use it. This they have announced recently. This has potential to attract a lot of clients. This is kind of directly competing with Oracle, SQL Server, all these things. So this is still in kind of preview state. Soon it will be available. They have already announced this in their summit. Okay, and then cyber security workload is another thing that they have announced. And then this one, observe this, native data application support with Streamlit. See, now Snowflake, it's not just focusing on their thing. Okay, they are kind of investing in other startups also. Like if they feel some startups which they have very good, their ideas are good, and they feel that that has potential to grow in future, they are investing money in that, and they are kind of integrating that with Snowflake. So recently they have acquired this Streamlit. What is this Streamlit is? This will help you to create data applications. Okay, data applications in cloud. So they have acquired this, and with this future, right, they have came up with some more things. I was telling you, right, you can kind of share your data apps also, like iTunes, Google Play Store. Snowflake can be used as a marketplace. That is, you can build an application, and that application someone else can use it. You can share those things also. Okay, that kind of future it is not yet completely available. They have launched this kind of features. So why I'm discussing these things is, the future will be very good. Okay, compared to they are competitive. Okay, they are kind of launching a lot of features. They are staying ahead of others. Okay, now they are directly competing with a lot of cloud providers. Say, as I said, if you take right now, right, it is number one in terms of cloud data warehouse. Okay, compared to Azure, Synapse, big Google BigQuery, AWS Redshift, Snowflake has a lot of advantages. Okay, and it is number one now. And now with these features, right, like Snowpark, Unistore, it is kind of competing with directly. This Unistore is kind of direct competition. It is providing for OLTP databases. Okay, Snowpark for Databricks, Spark kind of things, right? This is competition. So a lot of things they are adding. So the future will be still good. Okay, now this is fine. I hope like everyone got some fair idea. I wanted to highlight what will be covered as a part of this particular course. We just have 5 minutes. Okay, who will get maximum benefit out of this courses? SQL background folks who are already working on Snowflake and wanted to gain expertise, and then ETL background, any ETL background, right? For them also it will really help. That is combination of ETL, and then Snowflake has a lot of demand. SQL, okay, ETL, reporting tools like Power BI, Tableau, any reporting tool, and data engineering, who has some data engineering background, for them also, cloud background. How do see now what are the projects that are right now on Snowflake is? Snowflake projects are, most of the data is getting migrated. Okay, from say Oracle, SQL Server, PostgreSQL, MySQL, okay, Teradata, Salesforce, okay, SAP, Hadoop, to Snowflake. Okay, so we have seen the advantage, right? Right now, whatever projects that we have right now, they are all migrating data from these things. Okay, in future the projects will still go up because they have added all these unique features, right? Like Unistore, okay, and this market. See, they have renamed this. I missed to explain this. The thing is that they have renamed this data marketplace as marketplace, because what with data marketplace, what would we say? You can sell your data. Now it is not data. You can sell apps also, data apps as well. With this, after the Streamlit native data application integration, right? You can even sell your apps also, like Play Store, Google Play Store. Okay, that is not now. In future. Okay, these are futuristic options that Snowflake is going to offer. Okay, so these kind of things are there. And if you come to the course content, right, how it will be is, let me show this thing. 1 second. as a part of this course, we'll be covering everything in detail. Okay, what are the how it looks like? Say, I'll pick one particular session that is covered for you. Say, so I mean, after each and every session, right, you will get the recording, the SQL code that is used in that particular session. Okay, the sample data if I have used anything. Okay, and then like one important thing is topic wise, right? Topic wise, you will receive interview questions and answers. Okay, since see, if you just learn it and leave it, it won't help, right? So most of them, they would have intention to either crack Snowpro certification, that is certification, or they wanted to gain expertise, or like they wanted to switch technology, right? So with that intention, each and every topic, right, you will be receiving the interview questions and answers. Okay, so this will help you to crack interviews as well as Snowpro certification. A lot of scenarios, right? All things will be included in this. Okay, this also will be included end of each session. Topic wise, you'll get those things. You'll get the recording, you'll get the code, sample files, and then the detailed document and this interview preparation kit, which will have interview questions and answers. So on daily basis, you will receive these things. Okay, and then, like as I said, it will be more practical training. Okay, if you see, right, topic wise, each and every topic, right, it will be discussed in detail. What are the real issues, scenarios? Okay, and then that's why, see, the reason why our candidates are getting a lot of offers is this specific case. Even see now, right, because of some recession sort of situation, the opportunities, a lot of projects are in hold still, right? Every week, on average, 3 to 5 candidates are getting offers from our previous batch. Okay, so you can think of like the demand is there, and again, with the resources that we share, right, they'll be cracking the interviews very easily. Okay, and you can crack Snowpro certification interviews with ease. Okay, and then project also will be explained in detail. Okay, you can see, right, daily will receive the content this way. Okay, if anyone has any doubts, we can discuss now. Yeah, Kumar. As I said, right, like you can, I have pinged this particular WhatsApp link here. Whoever are interested, they can join this specific link. Okay, WhatsApp group. And then I have shared my contact number as well. Okay, if anyone has any doubts, you can feel free to reach out to me. Okay, yeah, we can discuss the questions now. Yeah, Kumar.
So yeah, as you mentioned that, so we can. I mean, it's a chargeable, right? After every minute, it's it's charged based on the seconds, right?
Seconds. Yes,
Is there any way to track these things? So suppose my job, I have scheduled my ETL jobs. So morning 6 to till evening. Okay, how much it is charged? So how can we see?
You
So
can track those
is it
things.
possible to see
You can
all
track
these
those
things?
things. You can track those things. If you go to account, you can see the usage. Okay, the credit usage, how it charges for this computers based on credits. Okay, so you can see which warehouse, what is the credit day wise, how much you have used, all those things. Okay,
So we can see all this information.
correct.
So
We'll be
as a
discussing.
developer, so
We'll
being
be
a developer,
discussing.
we don't have access to all these things, right? So only.
Yeah. So you maybe in lower environments you can see those things. So for that you would require account admin role. I mean, if you are assigned to that role, then only you can see that thing. Okay.
Okay. And one more thing. So so suppose my even as I mentioned,
Okay.
I have
And
scheduled my ETL
one
jobs
question.
from 6 to 8 o'clock. If I use like a auto suspend, if I want to choose an auto suspend, right, after 8 o'clock, but
We'll
I
discuss that.
don't know.
Kumar, 1 second. 1 second. I missed to explain few things. Say a few of them are asking what is the duration of the course, and then the
Okay,
SF
fine.
terminal. See, this particular thing, right? I mean, for practice, how you can practice is this particular Snowflake account. You can create a trial account. Basically, they'll say it is free for 30 days. You don't have to even pass the debit card or credit card details. Okay, you can just give your mail ID and create a Snowflake account. They say it is free for 30 days, but right, if you create after first of a month, right, you will get 2 months validity. That is, say if you create on July 1st till end of August, right, 31st August, that account will be active. Okay, so that you can use it for your practice. Okay, that is one thing. And about the timings of this batch, right, Let me show this. So it will be from morning 8 to 9. Okay, this particular training will be from morning 8 to 9. Okay, it is kind of 35 to 40 hours of content. Okay, 35 to 40 hours of content. So probably it is mostly from Monday to Saturday. Sunday will be giving break. Okay, and sometimes if you have any concerns, we'll think of like probably sometimes Saturday also 1 or 2 days within that duration. Like we'll take 1 day break on Saturday, 1 or 2 days. So and then what other things you will get is you'll after the apart from training you will receive this, as I said, the content what we are going to cover is it is differentiating content compared to other things like the institutes who I'm not from an institute, so I have started my own training platform Skillscaler, whereas I have purchased a domain and kind of building this platform. So I'm right now giving training only on Snowflake. Okay, so what things you will get is our content is differentiating content. You'll receive all these details, whatever I have shown, right? The recording, code, content, interview preparation kit, all these things. And you will after this you will get Snowpro dumps. Okay, that will help you to crack most of the scenarios in our training itself will be covering. For your practice, we'll be sharing that, and then will help you for CV preparation. Okay, and once you prepare your CV, like I'll get it. I'll review that. These are the few things, and based on your background, I can help you to provide some customized interview tips. All those things. Okay, these are some of the things. Yeah, now we can discuss your questions. Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
so we have an option to, like how much of historical data, how many months of historical data that we can store, like 16
You can
months.
store any data. You don't have any limit, right, in terms of data. The reason is you're kind of okay. You're saying about time travel, right?
Yeah.
So no, the time travel. See, many people you would have understood in a different way. The way time travel works is different. Okay, I'll regular sessions you will understand. So basically here up to 90 days you can go back and see what data was there, but your current data will be there forever until you drop. That's how it is.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
So and this regular classes, right, will be starting from Wednesday morning. Okay, I'll keep you if you join the group, right, WhatsApp group that I have shared. You'll get updates on this probably from Wednesday morning, right, 8 to 9. Like our regular sessions will start. Whoever are interested, as I said, they can join this particular WhatsApp group.
Hitesh,
Yeah.
I have a couple of questions. So, yeah, so are we going to discuss the costing? I mean, how to predict the
Yes,
cost?
pricing
Yeah,
will be
pricing.
covered. Pricing,
Yeah,
architecture. Let me show this 1 second. The course content as
and
well for you. Yeah.
I mean, how to predict the pricing before we start with our any job or any data processing.
Prediction cost prediction is based on what is the warehouse size that you select, how much time it is active, all those things. Yeah, you can. I'll show you the rough estimate how it gets charged. Okay.
Yes.
Mhm. So this is the content. I didn't get time to show this, but I'll share this with you. Every one of you, you can go through this. What are things
Okay.
that we are going to cover? Yeah.
Yeah, fine. And also, we are going to cover the internal storage, how Snowflake
Yes,
uh,
yes.
make these
We have
partitions and all right?
internal stages are there. Okay. Oh, you are saying about how data is stored in the table, right? Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
the internal
Yes.
mechanism, storage
Correct.
mechanism.
So it will be, yeah. We'll be discussing that in detail in our regular session. Don't worry. So it will
Okay.
store all the data in micro partitions in columnar format. You'll get a complete picture of it, like how it gets stored in the backend. Okay.
Okay, and are we going to cover the file formats also? And I mean, basically, I'm more interested in JSON format, as the JSON has the nested JSONs. So how to deal with that? If a very complex nested JSON we
Correct.
have, so how to deal with?
Semi-structured data, JSON, Parquet, this XML, those things will be covered. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I have a question. How these ETL
Yeah,
projects are working on this compared to Informatica or any other ETL tool?
So the Snowflake is, if you have data in cloud storage, right, AWS, S3, Azure, you can load that into Snowflake, okay, directly. You don't need any ETL tool. But if you have, it doesn't have any connectors to say connect to like say relational database, Oracle, SQL Server, all these things. In that case, either we'll have to kind of require other ETL external things. Okay?
So this is working anything similar to Informatica, or it is totally something different?
No, it is a database, right? It is a cloud data flat. Okay. It is more like a database, like your Oracle, SQL Server, these things. So you can
Okay.
use it primarily. You can use it as a cloud data warehouse, but you will get few additional things. Say, you doesn't require a ETL tool if you have the data available in data lake. That is, say AWS S3, Azure, Blob, or somewhere. Okay, directly you can load it within Snowflake. Snowflake has that those features. Okay.
Because see how you are in case of data migrations from one platform to another, how this Snowflake will help you to do this activity.
So we'll see, Rupesh, you will get complete picture. I mean, after a few sessions, like within half an hour, it will be tough for me to explain all those things. Okay, but the thing is, it is more like I am saying, right? What is the purpose of Snowflake?
What
Yeah.
I am telling is like see in Informatica, like type of ETL tools are there.
No, it
So
is not.
how
Snowflake
it
is
is
not.
connecting to that one? This Snowflake.
You wanted to connect to, if you wanted to load that is connect to cloud, say AWS S3, Azure Blob, or Google Cloud Storage, right? You can directly load that data within Snowflake. You doesn't require any ETL tool. Okay. For other things, for external things, say if you have some data in Oracle database or SQL Server, then you would require external things. Or like with I mean, with connectors, you'll have to you can, that's how it is. I will be discussing that. Don't worry.
And another one more question I am having. What are competitors for Snowflake?
I told you, right? Like if you take Azure, we have Azure Synapse, we have in AWS Redshift, in Google we have BigQuery. Even it is now providing competition for Databricks. Okay, and then and with this Unistore feature, it is going to be competitor for relational databases also, like Oracle, SQL Server, all this. Okay.
Okay.
Hitesh, I have one question. Will you be able to cover all related activities as well as part of this course?
What is that? Can you repeat? Your voice is very low.
Yeah, will you cover admin activities as well in this part of
Yes, yes. See here right now, right? Most of the things, as I said, like taking back micro, that is partitioning, index maintenance, all those things internally Snowflake itself will take care. But majority of the things, right? What you will do as a Snowflake admin, right? Like access management, that is role-based access control, and then creating data shares, creating storage integration. All those things will be covered in this training. Okay, since it is an in-depth training, most of those admin related things also I'll show, at least because here, say if you have to connect to AWS S3 or something, right? Even in real time, admin will take care. But even as a developer, for your practice here, you would require those things, right? How you will set up all those things will be covered. So that is what you will do as a Snowflake admin. Yes, majority of the content for Snowflake admin also will be covered.
Thanks, Hitesh.
Yeah.
Hi, Hitesh.
Yeah, like I don't see your name here. Who is it?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, this
that's
is
fine.
Harish.
Yeah, Hari. Yeah.
I'm very new to database and my technology is testing, and I choose I want to switch Snowflake technology. And what are the difficulties that I may face, and what are the challenges that I need to?
No. You have knowledge of SQL.
Yeah, I have decent knowledge on SQL.
Okay, so that would be enough. Don't worry. Like we'll be covering from basic to advanced. Okay. So even the data warehousing, whatever I said, right? I'll be explaining in detail. So we'll be giving the background as well from basic to advanced level. Even someone who doesn't, I mean, if you know just SQL, that would be enough. Some knowledge of SQL. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hi Hitesh, I have one question. Do we have any central repo kind of thing in Snowflake individual developers work?
You're asking about the code management, right? That is Git, like Git.
Yeah, in one project, 10 members are there. Each
No,
and every.
that is right now within Snowflake. It is not there. You will use like Git or any other. I mean, if they're using say Azure DevOps, that is AWS. So there, like you will check in the code somewhere in any of the repositories. From there, you will pick. Within Snowflake right now, it's not there. Future they might add. They have for this data DevOps and data ops, right? So Snowflake has invested in one of the products, like say data ops. Okay, so they are soon, like they'll integrate the data ops with Snowflake. Then you will get that option. Right now, it's not there.
Okay, thank you.
See, a lot of things they're adding day by day, right? Snowflake is kind of adding all the things. They wanted to make Snowflake as a data platform, cloud data platforms. That is for all data nets. One place is Snowflake. They wanted to bring it that way. That's why they are kind of integrating a lot of things and adding a lot of new features. Okay. Fine. Any other questions?